See us at MomoCon 2023.
What's going on?
It's a shame, don't look!
What an empowered woman!
Yet again, and randomly chosen, these are the best and or worst modern cartoons in no particular order. It's Juice and Jam time. I have stolen over 30 basketballs from Dave & Buster's and resold them at the flea market.
From Paramount Plus, Stephen Colbert presents Tuning Out the News.
Frontier denim shirts destroy your chest and nipples.
From Stephen Colbert and some other guy, it's 2020's Tuning Out the News on Comedy Central. It's cartoon news anchors commentating over real-life footage and events or interviewing real people.
Here to discuss live from apparently a cheesecake factory is foreign policy expert and founding editor-at-large of Semaphore, Steve Clements. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve.
So with such a dialogue-heavy, no spectacle, needs to be cranked out fast premise as news reporting, why does this need to be a cartoon? You know, sometimes you don't want to be on camera, I guess. Tuning Out was done on the daily 4 times a week with over 200 episodes. Well, season 1 eps were 6 minutes. Season 2 was when this was reduced to a weekly 45-minute format. I guess they wanted to show mercy to the art team. As a daily news show, the writing can only be so good. The dialogue is so rushed through that they're just piling on descriptors that I feel could be funny, but I'm given no time to process what they're saying. Like, a slight pause or change in inflection could really make a joke pop. Comedy and animation is about timing, and this show does none of that.
Hey, it's host who laps this morning coffee like a dog, Tyler Templeton, alongside co-host diagnosed with inoperable poison ivy, Bonnie Davis, co-host who dims the lights to make things more romantic when Ari Fleischer's on TV, Morgan Herbert Walker, and co-host who can't enter a park without being taunted by Blue Jays, Jonathan Keene, running as smooth as the fresh from Cole's safari pants Ted Cruz wore to the southern border. This is Hot Take.
So, much like a Twitch VTuber, the show was created through Adobe Character Animator, essentially 2D or 3D puppets controlled by a webcam, similar to Pumpkin Potion here.
No, what's the matter? No bitches? Are you maidenless?
Though she uses Unreal Engine and various other programs, and infrared and a piano, I don't know. This animation is done in real time, it's impressive, yet Tuning Out manages to squander this tech. It looks so stilted as characters just slightly bop facing perfectly straight forward. No real expressions or anything. Yeah, it's new technology, but there are 2D and 3D VTubers in their Funko Pop riddled bedrooms, no offense, that have more emotive rigs than this whole studio's production. I hate this show.
On a pizza? That's a thing?
But cartoons can wait. I prefer realistic graphics. Raid, Shadow Legends, you know it, you love it. 4 years of the best free-to-play RPG ever. You go into a 4-year anniversary party, what favorite champion you bringing along as a friend? We got Venus, legendary support. She can support me any day. Realm Frost King, Ice Elemental. Toro, powered by Oni Rage. Cleopatra's Skull, buffs accuracy, she's got it all. It's the 4th anniversary. We got dedicated offers, free gifts, promo codes, event brand new fusions, and an anniversary themed legendary champion. You got an Amazon Prime item drop with Savage Gear. From March 2nd to the March 30th, here's a bonus for new players only, B-Day packages. After installing using the links in the description or my QR code, get the Epic Champion Kellen, the Shrike, along with energy refills, magic potions, XP, and brew. And for bonus 2, new and old players can get 4 legendary skill tomes using the promo code 4YearsRaid. Find me under the name RT Raid and you can join my clan, links in the description or QR code.
Fugitive retrieval. Wait, like a bounty hunter?
Bounty hunter comes with a lot of negative connotations. We sort of prefer the term fugitive recovery specialist.
Huh?
But yeah, no, you're right. Bounty hunter.
I'm a mass force. I'm a landlord. Facilitating rules, professor of crash course.
Netflix's My Dad the Bounty Hunter is a pretty standard premise of a divorced dad who struggles to make time for his kids. Good thing they end up trapped on a hyperspace road trip hunting down a criminal. It's a family action series that I had a great time with. While the early episodes seem to cut away from the action too soon and some hits lack impact, the series gets more thrilling as it goes along. My Dad's a Bounty Hunter, your dad's an alcoholic.
¿Por qué no los dos?
The series looks theatrical quality, and while you'd expect the basic Star Wars or Aliens-inspired locations, the sets are cool galactic versions of gas stations or Buffalo Wing restaurants. This even goes for the main bad guy's domain. Anyone else would have a space throne room, but the Fixer resides within this colorful yet sterile sort of Walmart warehouse location. His first introduction is like a minute long, yet they quickly make him such a scumbag. I really feel for this family. Yeah, it's the standard dad was never there for me conflict, but there's plenty of action and interpersonal drama. The licensed rap soundtrack's great, and there's some stylish 2D flashback sequences. In terms of CG family action, it ain't no Incredibles, but it's several notches above Incredibles 2. Give it a few episodes as a try, I love this.
So, we can stay? Yeah, we can stay with Dad.
This is a disaster.
Yeah, it was me, not Fred and his weird sex fan. This is my story, told my way. And it starts with a murder, bitch.
Hey, it's time for a Velma update. Yeah, I made a vid already, but I clarified that was a first impression, subject to change. Now that season 1 is out, it's slightly better, but not much. My issue was everyone was so cruel to each other. Watching the later episodes, it was great having Velma's ego brought down, realizing, hey, you're not that smart, okay? I was actually starting to really laugh at how over the top the humor was, though the comedy quickly takes a backseat to the murder mystery. With the plot coming in, there isn't much time for zany jokes beyond quick throwaway lines. And for me to care about the characters, it's too little too late. Oh, and does Scooby show up? Well, no, but his name is uttered as a government conspiracy to swap brains called
the Special Covert Operations Brain Initiative, or Scooby.
Scooby? And wait, what did Scooby do?
Oh, come on. At least they got the van at the end, but also Velma has the most. Well, I guess that happened. Post-credits to cap off season 1, like, it doesn't really tease enough with something interesting, but I don't know. It sucks.
A young man with no past, no family, no friends, and no money makes you the perfect student for the Crash Course on Killing!
Hey! Why are you throwing stuff at my pants?
Time for a fantastic original anime Netflix spent $0 on in marketing. Scissor 7 is a Chinese anime about Seven, a schlubby nobody who can't remember who he was. To solve this, he must become a high-ranked assassin and kill others. Not sure how that helps. Yeah, kinda like the game No More Heroes, though in China this show's called Killer 7, which both are Suda51 games. Anyway, powered by shapeshifting and magical scissors, each episode has 7 hired to kill or retrieve someone. Too bad he ain't very good at that.
Who sent you?
As a professional killer, I will never...
Despite the violent premise and the main voice actor sounding like he's high off tranquilizers, this is one of the most endearing emotional cartoons that not enough people are talking about. With 11-minute episodes, it's perfectly paced. Frantic, sketching, deranged, yet it knows when to get serious or sad. Anytime the main theme kicks in, it's gonna be a great time. It's like they told the animators just go crazy, don't worry about consistency. So many memorable characters and developing origin stories elevate what should have been nothing more than an LOL so random comedy.
You don't have to hold your applause. I know I'm amazing.
This February, meet our cartoon president.
Hillary called me to concede, and it was official. I had won the presidency. Do you want to hear it again?
Yay, from the channel Showtime, it's our cartoon president, created by 5 people. It took 5 people to come up with this, including, Stephen Colbert. This show is exactly what you think it is. Next.
But you may as well have talked like that because you couldn't hear shit in there. Exactly 3 seconds had passed since we were introduced to each other, and I was already in love.
Te lo ricordi qualche anno fa, quant'eravamo soli?
Netflix's Tear Along the Dotted Line is essentially a YouTube storytime animation.
That's it, I'm out of here.
Please stick with me on this. We got Italian cartoonist Zero Calcare narrating events through his life in a loosely connected series of episodes. It's something so personal that it gave me a new perspective on stuff, like an episode comparing yourself to a blade of grass amongst a million other blades. The idea that to certain people, you're just a small part of their lives. It sounds nihilistic and cynical at first, yet they explain it as an optimistic freedom.
You're not that important, Zero. You're not the center of Miss Mazzetti's world. We see her standing there alone behind her desk, and it's like she's the founding pillar of our lives. But her life starts at 1:30 when school finishes. You're just a number among infinite numbers.
These 6 episodes will really give you something to think about, especially with the finale. Oh boy. Tear Along the Dotted Line was one of my favorites of 2021. I watched the British English dub, though I'm told it does not have the same vocal energy of the original Italian dialogue. Whatever the case, I ain't reading subtitles. By the way, do not search the title on Google or YouTube. The recommended search results will spoil something, okay?
Kelly, the mayor, bring it home!
I am so there! But because I'm mayor, all attendees must either be vaxxed or bring a negative PCR COVID test from the last 24 hours.
What the fuck are you talking about?
From, oh my god, Stephen Colbert and some guy who also made Tuning Out the News. It's Fairview on some channel. I'm not looking up again which one. It's a town of these horrid, overly detailed designs living together, managing the town as government officials. Imagine Animal Crossing if the villagers lived in Jonestown, because I want this to end.
Hey, Breckman said you could be the next dickhead Mozart.
Eat my ass, Dad!
Oh my god! Beef is acting like an unvaccinated prick at a 12th grade level. I got some drinks here.
Then wait! And why are they on the floor?
Does anyone care that he's learning to be a jerk?
Have you been vaccinated? Cause if you have been, I'm telling all your friends you're a virgin.
I've heard Fairview's animation be compared to South Park, except that show actually looks, I don't know, appealing. Fairview has these simplistic bodies with very specific Bitmoji, overly detailed faces. They wanted to save animation time not having feet or fingers only for the styles to clash. When talking personality, they're just cardboard who exist to commentate on whatever relevant buzzwords. Much like Tuning Out the News, I feel it could be funny if they weren't splurting paragraphs at hyperspeed.
Before you explode me, I just want to say, fuck you guys. You're assholes in your real life, so you compensate by broadcasting to everyone that you hold the not even controversial opinion that Sammy Sugar sucks. Thanks! We didn't know that until you said so. Also, there's no way you idiots installed a bomb in my chest.
Oh, and my microphone equipment may be on the fritz for this vid, but at least I don't have mic pops unlike this TV production.
Hey Kelly, they're chanting your name. See you tonight?
Yes. For days! People can't stay repressed forever!
I've had it up to here with Colbert cartoons. I'm sending a message. That'll show him.
Yeah. Fuck this guy!
Yeah. Oh! No! Don't hit my face! I spent a shit ton getting the acrylic nail claw marks filled in!
We'll be back with more cartoons after this.
There's more of the freshest South Park on the way. Then stay close, because we're serving up some brand new Drawn Together next, where Toot tries to change her luck by getting a new look. Followed by The Daily Show at 11 and The Colbert Report at 11:30, right here.
Stephen Colbert is the executive producer of the show. How's it working with him?
We don't get to see him directly. I mean, he's more of a sort of benevolent overlord in that we don't get to directly interact with or hear from him.
It's time for Hog Mania with the Sonic Hogathon right here on Toon Disney.
Sonic, where are you?
Where am I? Huh?
As someone who wasted their life watching every episode of every Sonic cartoon, minus the ones for Boom and Underground, Netflix's Sonic Prime is honestly the best Sonic cartoon. Similar to every 2000 straight-to-video movie based on a kid's show, this new take warps Sonic into a dystopian future. Oh, so it takes place on Earth. His villain Eggman has won, and for some reason his friends became evil. It's a non-linear story constantly flashing back and forth. The story has a ton of spinning plates that seem convoluted, yet is very easy to follow. A strong narrative as well as great action like the stairwell scene. That was just insane. Plus, the entire show feels incredibly toyetic. Every location, enemy, or alt outfit feels like a game mechanic. In this future dystopia of New York City, you got all these wacky devices that seem like stage hazards. Yet, they all serve a purpose in cleaning the city or transporting people. This has to be one of the most video game cartoons ever. Though the only dent in this great show was the jungle episodes. There's some antagonists whose motives seem like a huge overreaction. They probably wanted to include more villains causing problems and creating that motive, but didn't have the budget or time for it. Oh well, Netflix clearly only released half a season so far, but from what I've seen, Sonic Prime is looking to be the most accurate Sonic cartoon, so hopefully the rest of the season lives up to that.
Yeah, thanks. And you look different.
Hey, it's no secret I had the CGI surgery done, and it's done wonders rejuvenating my career.
Chip and Dales, MMORPG, Chip and Dales with extreme PvP.
A movie I feel I should love, but just don't. The live-action Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was okay. Once a real 80s cartoon about rodents on adventures, this meta revival is about them just being actors reuniting to solve a mystery and rewrite history. No one's gotta know about that gassy old blimp. Now, the movie has some really cool Roger Rabbit mixed media concepts with characters who are puppets, claymation, 2D. Well, it's 3D cel-shaded to be 2D. Organizing 3D, live action, and 2D productions would be a nightmare on this TV movie. The Lonely Island influenced humor has funny concepts, but in execution feels like a first draft. Like the gag for Batman vs. E.T. That poster's kinda funny, and then they show what that looks like.
Forgive Bat.
Fine. That was amusing, I guess, which sums up the whole film, and of course this is riddled with cameos that I just do not care about anymore, though their use of Ugly Sonic was pretty funny. I hear they did not get Sega's permission, this just fell under fair use parody law. Legally, it's not Sonic, it's legally Ugly Sonic. Beyond some interesting concepts and CG clay sequences I adored, I was just bored throughout Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Oh yeah, remember how this movie's villain was a grown-up, out-of-shape, out-of-work Peter Pan? Was that inspired by the child actor who played Peter Pan? You know how he grew up and couldn't get work and he died penniless? Was that based on that?
You! I need to learn to drive now! Check your side mirror, check your rear view mirror, check the back seat for murderers.
Fine, I'll go. Good luck, Duncan.
When it comes to cartoons I can watch endlessly, it's typically stuff by Fox. Simpsons, Futurama, King of the Hill. Though living in a rut, I needed something new in my life. Merging without looking wasn't doing the trick anymore, so I gave Duncanville a shot. Co-created and voiced by Amy Poehler, Duncan is her second cartoon after The Mighty Bee. Though it's yet another family sitcom except with more of an emphasis on goofy teenage angst. Unlike a lot of Fox's edgier McFarlane stuff, here's a good in-between cartoon, as in not too adult, not too childish. The family are idiots that mean well, and the jokes roll by quickly enough. Though the early episodes with the little stepsister having a crush on the brother is very off-putting. It's supposed to be cute or funny, I think, but it's just weird. They do drop it in the later eps, thankfully.
Marry me. Marry me.
Stop saying marry me.
Stop saying what?
Marry me.
I will. I thought you'd never ask.
I think by season 2 it really gets good. One of my favorites is when they lose the house and have to stay in an old RV.
Okay, everybody, sleep tight. And seriously, do not let the bed bugs bite. Good night, Duncan.
Night.
Night, Kimberly. Just don't. Night, Jane. Night, Mommy. Good night, honey.
Good night, my principal princess.
Are we having sex?
The series is a very plain concept that it's hard to recommend or sell beyond. Yeah, I really enjoyed the execution. I can see why this was unfairly cancelled after 3 seasons. Sadly, the bootleg Fortnite episode starring Ninja playing a character that looks like Ninja yet isn't named Ninja couldn't save the show. Yeah, it's kinda very Gen Z trendy, but I don't mind. Duncanville is based in Duncanville.
Streaming superstar Ninja raids the season premiere of Duncanville.
Based on some Marvel character I ain't never heard of, Disney's MoonGirl and DevilDinosaur is one of those kids super genius shows. Moon invents stuff to solve her issues only for it to all go wrong. Issues from science fairs, school pets, or insecurities of natural hair. All this teen stuff ties in well with the heroics. It reminds me of Teenage Robot, or better yet, Kim Possible. In fact, this was produced by Steve Loader, who directed many episodes of KP and Clerks TAS. You also got the studio and several crew members behind Rise of the TMNT, though it's not as combat focused. Oh, there is great action, but it's more like dance-off music videos with some original songs and even licensed tracks like for Childish Gambino.
Ain't nobody sicker in my Fisker room. Ain't nobody. Fiskers don't make noise when they start up, just so you know.
It's a real appealing show with villains deserving of multiple episodes, like executive producer Lawrence Fishburne, also playing the Beyonder, which seems like a blatant excuse to ham it up as an interdimensional villain causing chaos for fun. Guess who found out Lawrence Fishburne can sing? With this and his work on Osmosis Jones, why is he not playing more villains?
I'm from way, way beyond time and space. It's my job to study planets and their meaning.
Great show, though I'm a bit annoyed by the constant pop-ups when simply talking. Some episodes are done tastefully to fit the comic book look, others are a bit much, like they gotta jingle some keys to keep your attention. Also, despite being on the title, MoonGirl's pet, DevilDinosaur, is oddly just there. From watching most of season 1, I see Moon talking with her human friend more than Dino. It's like if Jimmy Neutron was called Jimmy and Goddard. Doesn't really fit. Anyone else get that vibe? I sometimes forget Dino's there, though a few episodes have a focus between the duo, and it worked out really well. The screen time will probably balance out near the end, but looking at this and a few other shows on this list, seems like action cartoons are starting to be more common again.
Let's do this, Steve! You go, MoonGirl! Do your thing! MoonGirl magic!
We'll be back with more cartoons after this.
Kim Possible's got your back, and she'll be back on Disney Channel.
They call me Koala Man. I've made it my life's mission to clean up our streets, help the innocent, and snuff out evil. Grass is half a centimetre too long, mate. That was a close one.
From Michael Cusack of YOLO Crystal Fantasy and Smiling Friends, it's Hulu's Koala Man, suburban dad by day, Australia's hero by night that nobody respects. It's another adult family sitcom, yet with some adventure elements, anything from Aussie-themed heroics to making sure everyone's lawns are perfectly cut. Despite Cusack on board with other notable Australians/New Zealanders like Jermaine Clement and Hugh Jackman, it amounts to a very average show, neither worthy of praise or hate, just boring. Cusack's craziness has been greatly reduced here. There's 2 other co-creators, which explains the different dynamics. I hear there's some inside jokes for Australians, which obviously I didn't get, so I'm just left with a season I watched a month ago and forgot most of.
Hand over your wallet, dickhead. I'm well trained in the art of grown-up karate, and I even... please!
After a wacky dog-related incident, this teenager gets a pull string growing out of its chest. Once pulled, Chainsaw Man becomes his title character, Chainsaw Man. It's a premise that sells itself.
There's a snake in my boot.
To impress a chick and pay off his financial debt, the Seaman becomes part of a team of stupid assassins, hunting demons and getting dominated like me in a Halo 2 LAN party. Wear a collar, you just got dogged.
Respect the farmers who took the time to grow these veggies!
For no reason, you're probably wondering how these devils and half-humans get here. Look, all you need to know is it's Earth and there's demons, that's all. Any other anime would have some long-ass narration telling you every part of this world's history and exactly how abilities are powered by gyro nuggets in your bloodstream that go above room temperature when you're doing your laundry. I did not like Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer. One was a long-ass tutorial, the other does not stop narrating. Shonen anime? How about you show and not tell? I guess when you appeal to subtitle readers staring at the bottom of the screen, having to transcribe the entire story is the only way people are gonna know what's going on.
Hijo de puta, esto es solo porque también te gusta.
It's not just extreme action and overt horniness. My favorite series of episodes was this quieter, isolating scenario where Chainsaw Man's chain gang are locked up in a haunted hotel. No way out and no N64 wired to the TV. If this was hell, you'd ask for a refund. With so much crap-ass, over-explained, feeling like a game tutorial shonen out there, Chainsaw Man is the kind of stuff I was looking for. Hell yeah!
I'm the type who seldom flushes my feces.
Are we still sisters? Nothing is ever going to change that.
Based on the shitty League of Legends video game where you walk really slow and capture towers or something, Arcane is a Netflix series so good everyone forgot about how crappy Riot Games has been. It's a lore-heavy origin story with two plots. The main is about the chaotic manic pixie girl Jinx and her less attractive sister growing up and drifting apart. Jinx becomes a criminal and V has to hunt her down. A drama constantly teasing you with the hopes the two could just work things out. After seeing their backstory, you're just like, damn. Sucks, bro. This show could have been perfect, though it's held down by the other subplot. As this goes on, the kingdom they live in is divided by the rich and poor, and some scientists are there. I don't know. Now, I'd call this a hot take, but I know I'm right. There is just too much of a focus on the bureaucracy and politics and whatever of these councils bickering over their stupid matte-painted kingdoms. What is this, the Phantom Menace?
I see you never learned patience.
It's just so agonizing, though it all comes together in this insane season finale. Of course, I love the 3D visuals that look like 2D concept art. There's one experimental action scene with Jinx and a friend from her past. It doubles as both a face-off and a stylish flashback. Like such a unique mixture of concepts. We're living in a wonderful new era of so many cool 3D styles. Apparently, Arcane's production was cheaper than most CG movies, but it had more production time to develop it. Damn, it's like if studios don't rush things, you end up making a good product that has more shelf life. Wild. Arcane's got drama, action, but jeez, there's too much lore and bureaucracy. It's almost great.
Your movie was more boring than church. All you did was yak, yak, yak. You didn't even shoot anybody. Damn, I knew it.
I want to tell you a story. It's a story you may think you know, but you don't.
Over there! What is that?
It's a piece of shit! It's a bunch of fucking crap!
Now, I happen to have seen multiple interpretations of Pinocchio, from Disney's to the Italian 2019 live-action version, and that's all. Both are great in their own ways. It's always about a puppet searching for ways to become a real boy. Though, one personal issue for me is that this fairy tale is more episodic. I just do not care for movies that feel like strung together segments, but Pinocchio on Netflix fixes that. Written by Guillermo del Toro and Over the Garden Wall creator Patrick McHale, this stop-motion take really streamlines the story. It's far more cohesive than you'd expect from a film announced in 2008 and finally released 14 years later. To be clear, the movie was not being animated in all that time. Most of that was just Guillermo pitching it around.
It speaks!
He's just a puppet!
No, I'm not. I'm a real boy!
So, am I crazy? But early on, Pinocchio's father, Geppetto, anyone else think his motives to create Pinocchio were inspired by Astro Boy's father, which Astro was influenced by Pinocchio? That was not in the original fairy tale, so mixing new influences added so much. This take is more focused on a child's perspective of a war-torn country and existential dread, elements I have not seen in the previous outings, which were just the two I mentioned prior. Live action could never compete with Disney's 2D classic, but stop motion can. This is better than the Disney film and worthy of all the awards it's receiving. Guillermo should remake that crap-ass Bambi movie. Hey Bambi, here's a concept, a 3-act structure. Eat shit, your kind deserve to be enslaved by Santa Claus.
Life is such a wonderful gift.
Don't give up. Challenge again.
For the first time in a generation, Walt Disney's classic Pinocchio is back in theaters. Don't miss the magic.
What happened?
Don't miss the classic.
You are a real boy.
Walt Disney's Pinocchio, rated G. Starts Friday, June 26th at a theater near you.
Waiting for the eugenics wars, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.